All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Just a little update between the commercial breaks. I'm packing up so I can get on the road and be in Georgia this evening. Can't wait. So I told you I don't want to misunderstand that because I like being here to help in any way I can. But on the other hand, great day when I get to come home. Let's stay here with this for a minute because I want to stay focused. Last night, the hysteria, and let's go through the hysteria, if I have it right, and the joy they're having. Now, this is, and let's go with number one. Okay, let's stay with Kentucky for a minute because they're enjoying embarrassing our president. Anything they can. And I mean, and then you have on top of that, Sondland has altered his testimony. Let me say this, okay? They released, you know who the winner in all of this right now is Elizabeth Warren. Now, it'll come back. And let me say this in a way, because right now, the media should be the true journalists that they should be. They should be really drilling down into and running stories all day long of job loss and how it would cripple this country and what would happen overnight if her multi-trillion-dollar healthcare plan went into place and how she pays for it and how that rich person. Now, I'm going to tell you like this, okay? Bezos, is that his name? Amazon, I get it. But how we roll back, how we roll things back and put them back in a package, I don't know with some of these corporations. I don't. But if you think they're going to lose their value, their wealth, all the above because of Elizabeth Warren, they will let employees go. So not taking up for the big corporations, but look at the Home Depots, how many they employ nationwide. Look at the Lowe's. Look at the Walmart, look at Amazon, look at some of these and see how many people they employ that Elizabeth Warren does not care to crash tomorrow for her multi-trillion-dollar healthcare plan. So she is the winner in all this right now. To me, it's because the media is totally running cover for her because she released how she would pay for that plan only to have it covered by, depositions, about impeachment, the impeachment inquiry vote, transcripts. Sondland has altered election night, his transcript. Let me just say this very quickly. They released Volcker, right? They released some transcripts. Where is the media screaming at the top of the station, climbing to the roof, screaming, hey, look at this clip. They always like to look at this clip. Or are they saving it for later? Look at this clip from the deposition for this individual and this individual. No. Now, I watched CNN and MSNBC this morning, and maybe it's happening right now while we talk, but not one word other than Sondland altered his. Still no quid pro quo, but they're going nuts. So it's a gleeful day for the corrupt. There you go. All right, so let's start with this. Number one, this is Andy Bashir. Is that his name? I don't know. We'll get to it in a minute. Well, actually, let me look. Bashir, right? Is that what he is? Andy Bashir. All right. Bashir. Let's not argue over it. So that is Andy. Okay. First of all, Andy has name recognition in Kentucky. So let's go there. It's not just a guy that decided to run for Democrat. Andy has all the connections with the deep pocket corrupt money that needs to come in. Okay. Has everything he needed. He had every single thing a person could need to run for governor. Name recognition on the ballot. Okay. Name recognition. He has the money. Let's go to So let's go to Matt Bevin. Okay. Now, if my understanding is correct, we'll get into it in a minute. Number two, there's Andy Bashar and Matt Bevin, current governor of Kentucky. All right. Run through this. One-term governor. There's a reason why. This is called Like It or Not. It's called The Truth. There's a reason why Governor Brian Kemp ran on giving teachers a pay raise. And now they want more. And Georgia's in a box, right? We watched the teachers strike out in Chicago, out in Illinois. Brian Kemp's in a box. He will continue to up your whatever. I'll just say it. He'll do whatever he has to do to get that money over in the teacher's salary, so he doesn't experience what Bevin does. Bevin handled something and took on something with teachers' pensions. We have to all across this nation. We have no choice. Okay. Bevin is considered a little bit of an asshole. Now I'm saying that because I'm going to show you the text. Okay. I didn't call him one, but look at what happened to Chris Christie. Now I don't like the portly fella from New Jersey, Chris Christie. Okay. I don't like portly Chris, but I could be a portly fella. Is that what it's called? So anyhow, I don't like him. But remember when Chris Christie took on the teachers' pensions? Woo, boom. Just saying. So Bevin touched the third rail. My opinion is we're not going to do that in this country. We're not going to take on pensions that we have no money for. You don't have the money to pay these pensions any longer, and you can't do it. You can't do it. Not going to happen. Social Security benefits, Medicare, Medicaid, Medicare for all of these things are going to go down the crapper with this country because we can't pay it. It's going to collapse. And we are going to fight it, and we are going to want what we think we're entitled to. Don't get mad out there, but the end of the story is we're going to fight whoever we are and whatever group we're in for whatever we feel we're entitled to until the financial collapse of this country takes place, and it will. All right, so let's go to let's not go there yet. I don't want to go there yet. I see. Let me get another one. I'm going to save that for one exact story. So I'm trying to go through, and we're talking about the governor's race in Kentucky. Number 21, we talked about early on. You're not seeing this. We'll show you in a minute on any of the networks that the Libertarian, John Hicks, is number 21, has 28,475 of the 5,000 votes Bevin would need. It's just a total Republican collapse the other night, according to the media, and laughingstock is Donald Trump. We're going to go right through the pictures, Destiny, till I get where I want to be. Let's see where I want to be. I want to stay focused on Kentucky for right now. Let's go with 40, the gleeful moment this morning. Democrat Andy Bashar, apparent winner over Trump-backed Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin. What do you see there? Anything? Okay. Let's go with number 42. I showed you earlier. This is what you're seeing. The ABC, CBS, the deep state, corporate, corrupt media will not show you and do not want to show you the votes for the Libertarian. They want to show you there's a 5,000 vote difference. But as I showed you, 28,000 of those are over in the Libertarian candidate, which knew the day he started running, I think his name's Hicks, that he was going to be a disruptor. So we now have candidates that are out to win and candidates that knowingly are just nothing more than a disruptor. So that's that. Now, number 43. MSNBC this morning wanted to attempting Joe and Minka to see if they can make President Trump look like a fool. And apparently they're running this farce of a poll that said Bevin was up 5 points over Beshear just 5 days. Okay. They didn't break this poll down. They didn't look at the sample, how it was done. Just they're trying to say that Bevin was up 5 points before Trump got to Kentucky, and Trump lost the election for him. They're loving that. They're loving that lie after lie. Most corrupt. Here is the group that's enjoying it most this morning, although it says Sondland testimony confirmed Ukraine quid pro quo. We used to say, I don't know if it's a different story, we stay with allegedly or whatever, but everything that has to do with the impeachment and everything that has to do with the depositions and what the media reports is in a confirmation of guilt. You notice that? So let's go to 44. Here's the group this morning trying to bring the president down. And the confirm. I mean, I know you understand what it means, but I'll tell you what, if you look the words up, I know we all know, not we all, but you know, most of us know the definition to a lot of these words. But if you just go look them up and read the definition one more time, confirm, okay? All right, so let's go to 45. 45, Andy Beshear, apparent winner. Okay, Trump back, Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin. So MSNBC is enjoying, and this guy is smiling from ear to ear out in Louisville. Is it Louisville? Louisville, Kentucky. He's out there in Kentucky and Louisville where it turns a little bluer and Beshear got more votes. So they're gleefully going to areas, okay? Just let's go through here. Number 49, they enjoy this morning at 6 a.m. on Morning Joe. Remember the T-shirts, read the transcript. Democrat unseats Kentucky Republican governor. Oh, and they loved it this morning. They were laughing, just clearly yucking it up. Joe and Minka in the crowd, the gang, on Trump being there Monday, and hey, you can't do this, it'll make me look bad. He's campaigning, folks. Number 51, big win. Number 51, CNN got in on it. We're going to go with that. Big wins for Dems in Kentucky and Virginia. And let's look at CNN also, number 53. We're going somewhere with this, folks. Democrat declares victory in Kentucky governor's race. Republican Governor Matt Bevin, thousands of votes behind Andy Beshear. You remember when we had to have some sort of just proof? You just had to tell us a little more. Number 54, CNN is going with an anonymous Kentucky Republican to CNN. Really? Democrat declares victory in Kentucky governor's race. Republican Matt Bevin, thousands behind. But here is a text sent to somebody. We all found out that being an a-hole is slightly worse than being a liberal. Anonymous Kentucky Republican to CNN. Nobody has the nerve to say it. Just say it, okay? Number 56, the joy that CNN, you're going to say, well, you just showed us this. Another shot at the joy that CNN has had with the president this morning. And I think that's all of them that I have. So let's go back to, let me see what I have here. Let's go back to number 31. Who is number 31? So number 31, I'll get it up here in just a second. See if I can get that. Hold on, there we go. His name would happen to be Steve. Oh, Steve, what's the big deal? Steve Beshear. Do you remember Steve Beshear? Do you know Steve Beshear that was beat by who? So let's see. Steve Beshear, governor of Kentucky, from 2007 to 2015, Democrat. He was succeeded by Matt Bevin. Okay. Steve Beshear lost. Bevin won to Bevin. He was again governor of Kentucky from 2007 to 15. Okay. He was also the lieutenant governor of Kentucky from December 13, 1983 to December 8, 1987. He was the Attorney General of Kentucky. This damn guy, Steve. Steve was the 44th Attorney General of Kentucky from December 1979 to 1983. And then before that, Steve, this damn Steve, Kentucky House of Representatives, he represented the 76th district in Kentucky. So this old boy was born in Dawson, Kentucky. He's a Democrat his whole entire life. Okay. He was born in 1944, so he grew up in Kentucky when Democrats were KKK and all that, but we'll leave that alone right now. He has 2 children, including who else? Andy Beshear. The guy that ran against Bevin is the guy that's getting revenge for his dad, Steve. I still hope we have 31 up there. And let me remind you, Steve Beshear and the name Beshear in it's like mansion in West Virginia, Beshear, 40 member of the Kentucky House of Representatives, 44th Attorney General of Kentucky, 49th Lieutenant Governor of Kentucky, and 61st Governor of Kentucky. And I am just stunned that the media forgot that. I am stunned that this morning across this nation that you are being told that Andy Beshear has won by 5,000 votes over Bevin, okay? And you're being told that he won based on Kentucky maybe turning blue. You want to tell us that he won based on Trump coming there Monday, all right? You want to tell us that he won based on the impeachment inquiry had some sort of effect on the voters of Kentucky. When there's not a single, and I want to be clear with you, there's not a single narrative from CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, Washington Post, Washington Times, New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, there's not a single narrative they have this morning that is accurate with Kentucky. Now, Matt Bevin, okay, let me see. Let me find, I'm pretty sure I have a picture of him. Well, you got 31, Steve. So leave 31 up there, okay? So let's be clear, 31, I think that's Steve Bevin, all right? Household name in Kentucky. Andy spent 0 time getting name recognition. He spent minimal time raising money, okay? His workforce in campaigns, trust me, you have to have them on the lowest and highest levels. His network was built for him and in place. The Beshears have had a Democrat political network all the way back from the time that Steve, number 31, his dad, was a member of the House of Representatives, not State House of Representatives in Kentucky. All right. So number 31 happens to be the father of this guy here, number 1, Andy Bashar, okay, which hit the ground running with the political machine, the George Soros, the teachers union money, anything and everything that can pour into Kentucky. This guy had a network ready to go against Bevin. All right. Truth be said. Now, Bevin, did he have negatives? Yes. I don't want to go into his negatives as deep this morning and whether I like him or not. I just want to make sure that the American people know that Trump being there Monday, all right, and Trump and the impeachment inquiry have that much to do, zero to do with Andy Bashar winning, potentially being the winner in Kentucky for Democrat governor against Matt Bevin. Now leave number 2 up there for a minute, and let's go here just really quick. And let's go to Matt Bevin. Matt Bevin, 62nd governor, okay? He took office December 8th, 2015. He preceded Steve Bashar. He's possibly, they're already calling him elect. He preceded Steve Bashar. He is succeeded, looks to be, by Andy Bashar. Political party, Republican, resident governor's mansion. I'm not seeing, unless they're putting it here, early life, marriage, family. I'm not seeing his business career. Let's see, political campaigns. Bevin said that in 2011, Mitch McConnell recruited him to challenge incumbent Democrat John Yarmouth to represent Kentucky's 3rd congressional district in 2012. All right. Senate campaign 2014. Did he challenge Bevin's Tea Party support? Doesn't look like Matt Bevin had the political machine behind him. Doesn't look like Matt Bevin had the money pouring in behind him and the network ready to go like Bashar. Doesn't look like Matt Bevin got the major support from Republican governors all across this country, and the Republican Governor Association re-election committee, or whatever they are, they have one, poured in here to see how much they can help Matt Bevin. So let's not forget these things. I want to put Kentucky in a perspective. Okay, Steve Bashar, let's see which ones I had here. I got to make sure. Okay, now, Matt Bevin, Steve Bashar. Now, Ernie Fletcher was a Republican before Steve Bashar from December of 2003 to 2007. And then before that, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 7 Democrat, governors, and Kentucky going back to 1967 is when Louis Nunn, Republican, became governor. So not a big deal that a Democrat wins in Kentucky. Not a big deal. But it's bigger for you to look and see and understand, and I say it that way, that what the media is reporting, the hysteria that they're reporting this morning, and the joy and jubilation over Andy Bashar, you need to understand that is like when in Pennsylvania, Bob Casey Jr. got his first election off his dad. This is a revenge move for Bashar. They had the money. They had the teachers behind them. They had all of the corrupt money of the Democrats behind them. Their machine was ready to go. There you go, up against Bevin. Bevin, I'm not going to go into whether he's a a-hole or not. I don't know, okay? But you did not hear too much about this one and people rushing in to campaign for Bevin. And President Trump tried to pull him out at the last minute. And Joe Scarborough, you're nothing but a big liar, a no good, lousy liar to your audience and the American people to make it look like that Donald Trump went in and lost the race for Steve Bevin when he tried to save his hide up against a political Democrat family political machine in Kentucky. Let's take a break, come back a little more Kentucky, a little Virginia, and then see how we're going to round out this show. I'm going to tell you why. I want to leave Virginia for now for a reason, because I'm going to tell you Virginia and all the jubilation there, okay, in Virginia is just this. It's a part of something that's taken place nationally that you have to pay attention to, that we've watched. We have talked about on the show over and over and over. And every election day, I bring it back up and hope you will do the research and get involved somewhere. Okay? I'm your host, BKP. Take a break.